For 28 years, he refused marriage. Then in 2011, Gene Simmons finally married Shannon Tweed. But this wasn't romance. It was damage control. Hidden footage from their reality show exposed conversations never meant to go public. His son faced a plagiarism scandal. Legal documents from 2025 hint at troubling incidents with female employees.
Comic books are my passion, so using his name to promote it, just anything that'll sell it is fine. Once you have a passion, it doesn't matter.
The man who bragged about nearly 5,000 conquests now faces consequences beyond his wild reputation. Gene Simmons wasn't always Gene Simmons. He was born Chaim Witz on August 25, 1949, in Haifa, Israel. His mother Flora barely survived Nazi concentration camps. By age 6, poverty destroyed his parents' marriage. His father stayed in Israel. His mother raised him alone, sewing buttons in factories just to keep them fed. Sometimes dinner was only bread and milk. At 7, Chaim picked wild fruit and sold it on roadsides. He made his first coat from an army blanket. School brought bullies, but comic books, Spider-Man, Superman, became his escape. He taught himself English just to understand those heroes.
Television, but especially comic books, really opened up this kind of, the world of anything is possible.
In 1957, Flora made a desperate choice. She and 8-year-old Chaim left Israel for Queens, New York. No money, no English, no family. His father remarried and never contacted him again. He became Eugene Klein, surviving on his mother's 15-hour factory shifts. By 1959, at just 9 years old, he changed his name to Gene Klein after cowboy actors. Then February 9th, 1964, changed everything. The Beatles appeared on Ed Sullivan. Something ignited inside him. He wanted that stage, that fame, that life. Throughout the 1960s, Gene hustled. Butcher shops, delis, $1.25 an hour. He joined Paul Stanley and formed Wicked Lester in 1970. By October 1972, they'd recorded an album at Jimi Hendrix's Electric Lady Studios. Epic Records invested heavily, but their A&R director hated it. Shelved it permanently. The rejection devastated Gene, but after Kiss became famous, they paid $138,000 in 1977 to buy back those tapes, ensuring they'd never surface and destroy their new image. January 1973 changed everything. Gene and Paul found Peter Criss and Ace Frehley. Together they created something unprecedented. Wild spectacle with makeup, fire and fantasy. Their first show on January 30th, 1973 drew only 3 people. But Gene breathed fire that night. Nobody forgot it. Gene created the Demon, bat wings around his eyes, fire-breathing, blood-spitting. Early shows barely drew 10 people. But those few left talking. The makeup transformed frustration into fascination. August 1973, Bill Aucoin saw them play and promised a record deal within 2 weeks. He delivered. By November, they'd signed with Casablanca Records. Their first album dropped February 18th, 1974. Sales started slow, but they played over 300 shows that year. Casablanca was nearly bankrupt. Kiss's touring kept them alive. During these years, Gene developed a disturbing habit. He took Polaroid photos during sexual encounters. Nearly 5,000 of them. Shannon eventually found them and burned them live on their reality show in 2011. September 10th, 1975. Alive changed everything. It went quadruple platinum, over 4 million copies. Number 9 on Billboard, charted for 110 weeks. That album saved Casablanca Records. The Dynasty Tour in 1979 pushed further, Gene flying across stages, rockets shooting from guitars. But cracks appeared. Peter Criss's drugs spiraled. He sabotaged shows. By December 16th, the original lineup was crumbling. September 18th, 1983. Kiss removed their makeup live on MTV. After 10 years of mystery, they revealed their faces. Lick It Up went platinum. The gamble worked. By then, Kiss had over 100 licensed products generating millions. Gene's 2001 autobiography dropped bombshells. Between 1979 to 1980, he dated Cher but fell for her best friend Diana Ross. One of rock's most famous betrayals. Cher never forgave them. 1983. Gene met Shannon Tweed at the Playboy Mansion. Their son Nick arrived in 1989, Sophie in 1992. Gene joked marriage was a trap. But in 2011, Shannon stormed off Joy Behar's show, calling him a pig.
What's going on over there?
He's a pig, and I don't like it.
He's a pig. Okay.
And I'm done.
When she found his Polaroid collection, she burned them on air. Something shifted. Gene proposed in Belize on July 26th, 2011. They married October 1st.
Where's my groom? Where's my man?
Which way are we going?
After 28 years, he finally committed. From 2006 to 2012, Gene Simmons' Family Jewels ran 7 seasons on A&E. It showed a softer Gene but conveniently left out his wild past. By the 2000s, the Kiss logo appeared on over 5,000 products. Sales topped $1 billion. In 2017, Gene tried trademarking the devil horns gesture,
claiming that he was the first person to use that gesture during a Kiss tour in 1974.
Metal fans exploded. He withdrew days later. 2010, ESPN makeup artist Victoria Jackson sued Gene for inappropriate behavior. He denied it, countersued. The case settled. 2016, a Rock and Brews dishwasher accused him of groping. Another woman made similar claims in 2017, both quietly resolved by 2018. While Gene dismissed them as baseless, they suggested a troubling pattern. 2010, Gene's son, Nick, faced accusations that his comic, Incarnate, plagiarized Japanese manga Bleach.
Incarnate's written and drawn by me.
And when, did you develop a passion initially as a reader?
Fans posted exact panel comparisons. The publisher pulled it. Nick apologized, calling it homage, but the damage stuck. October 2024. During Dancing with the Stars, Gene made creepy comments about female dancers.
You moved me, not just with your gyrations and so on, but...
Social media erupted. He stood by every word. April 2025, the ultimate Gene Simmons experience cost $1,295, not including the ticket. Fans could be his roadie for a day. Critics called it shameless, but it sold out. August 2025, Trump announced Kiss would receive Kennedy Center honors.
And finally, we'll be honoring one of the greatest rock bands of all time, Kiss.
Fans were baffled. 3 years earlier, Gene had blasted Trump, calling him abhorrent. Now he accepted the award in silence. December 5th, 2018. Gene's mother, Flora, passed away at 93. A Holocaust survivor who raised him alone. On Instagram, he called her his moral compass. For once, fans saw Gene without the mask. When Ozzy Osbourne died on July 23, 2025, Gene broke down on CBS Mornings. He revealed Kiss once turned down a Sabbath tour because of their drug use. From traumatized immigrant child to rock icon worth over $400 million, Gene Simmons built an empire. But the costs? They're still being calculated. The man who claimed to have it all may have lost the one thing money can't buy: a reputation without stains.